Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Southampton. It is still the beta, obviously. We're only like a couple of days in. We are one game into the season. We've played one. We've drawn one against Manchester United. It was a late goal from Charlie Austin that gave us the point. In between episodes, you'll notice I've now gone and put in the old badges because I was deciding, do I want to do it, do I not want to do it? And I thought it just makes the game look better once you've got the badges in there. I've only put the Premier League ones in. So every other league, you can see up here, Yifang doesn't have its badge at all. So that's going to be something that I'm going to do later on down the line when the full game comes out. But for now, we're just going to stick with the Premier League ones. A bit of transfer news. Now, Nathan Redmond obviously was not registered as part of my squad, and he has now gone out on loan to Real San Sebastian, which is Real Sociedad, if I remember correctly. He's gone there for the entire season, and they're not really paying a lot of his wages. They're paying, I think they're paying, well, you can see down there, they're paying £12,000 a week of his wages, which isn't a huge amount of money, but it's better than nothing. That's all the transfer business that's happened so far. I'm trying to loan out Fraser Forster as well, but nobody wants to loan him either. In today's episode, we are going to have two matches. We're going to be first up against Tottenham Hotspur at home at our first game at St Mary's Stadium of the Football Manager 2019 save. And then secondly, we're heading to London to play West Ham at the London Stadium. I'm thinking we draw with Tottenham and we beat West Ham. Probably what's going to happen is we lose to Tottenham and we draw with West Ham. Still, a point to point. Tottenham Hotspur time then. Now, I didn't realise this, but Tottenham currently sat bottom of the table. They weren't bottom, they were 19th, but Everton must have won their game. Yes, they did against Leicester. Everton were bottom because they lost 4-0 to Crystal Palace after the first game of the season. So, at the moment, the season's a little bit all over the place. Tottenham at the bottom, Chelsea in 15th, Manchester United in 14th. They've just lost to West Ham, so, real life is actually not too far dissimilar from this. At the top, Liverpool, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Arsenal and Man City are up there in the top 5. The formation we're going to go for the Gegenpress formation, because last time against Manchester United we started with the other one, moved to the Gegenpress in the 60th minute, and all of a sudden we became the better side. So I'm thinking if we start with it, what my plan is we're kind of going to switch between the two. So when we're on the back foot, maybe we'll drop back to this the tiki-taka. When we're actually, in the ascendancy, I think is what they call it, we'll go to the Gegenpress one. So, in goal, we're going to have Angus Gunn. Back four is going to be Patrick, is going to be making his debut. At right back, Willie Orban and Yannick Vestergaard will stay as the central defenders, and Bertram will be the left back. Miguel Veloso will be coming in for his first start of the season as well. Oriol Romeo has pushed up to be one of the central midfielders, because Højbjerg and Lamina are both slightly injured. Ward-Prowse as well will be the other central midfielder. El Yunusi comes in for Stuart Armstrong, who didn't really have a great game playing as that attacking midfielder. Charlie Austin will partner Manolo Gabbiadini. Danny Ings drops to the bench because Danny Ings wasn't very good when he played as a complete forward, and Charlie Austin did score the equaliser against Manchester United. I've just done a couple of tweaks to the subs bench as well. Yunus Sankhere has now been put onto the bench, as well as Mikel Antonio for Shane Long and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, I believe it was. Looking at the Tottenham formation, Dele Alli and Lucas Moura are going to be problems because we don't have wingers, so they are going to be running rampant in these sections here. Bertrand and Patrick are going to need to be on their game defensively, I think, although hopefully because they're away, they're going to be playing they're going to be a little bit more defensive and cautious, possibly, maybe not. I'm hoping for a nice little 1-0 victory. I'm expecting a 1-0 defeat. Realistically, maybe we can get a draw. Maybe a draw. I need to sort these cameras out, as they're an absolute mess. Throw in for Tottenham deep in our half. Dele Alli gets the ball back, plays it back to Eric Dyer, cuts in. Oh, he doesn't cut inside. He gets kind of pushed away. Stepanenko, never heard of that guy. I'm assuming he's a new signing in game for Tottenham. Hugo Lloris runs forward, well out of his area now. Finds Ben Davies. Eric Dyer back to Davies, forward to Dele Alli. Hopefully, Willie Orban gets there first and plays it back to Angus Gunn. Good first time kick up field. El Yunusi's little head down to Patrick. The blonde player, Patrick, I think he's a Spaniard, isn't he? Gabbiadini has been fouled, but Ward-Prowse is going to get there first. Bertrand kicks it in front of him, runs onto it. Going to cross it, and there's 3 in the box. Charlie Austin is one of them. It's gone all the way through. Austin does get the ball back to Patrick. El Yunusi's there, and we are 1-0 up after 5.5 minutes. Mohamed El Yunusi with the goal. Patrick with the assist. 2 of the new signings combining perfectly, and we are up to 5th place. Not exactly the start I was expecting, but I will definitely take it. Patrick has taken a knock. He might have bruised his ankle. Well, luckily, Cedric is on the bench. I'm going to see if Patrick can last until half-time. Ericsson with a free kick. It has gone inches wide of the post. It is still 1-0. Lloris with a goal kick for Spurs. Finds Kieran Trippier with a lot of space on that right-hand side, but we don't play wingers. Bertrand tackles him, though. El-Yunusi back to Bertrand. Trippier is out of position. He's got 2 in the box. He's got 4 in the box. Gabbiadini is one of them, and we are 2-0 up against Tottenham, and we are not even half an hour in. Something has happened here, and I don't know what, but I can now play this game as Saints. At half-time, we go in 2-0 to the good, and that is a result, well, not a result, that is a half-time result anyway, that I am very surprised with. We seem to be doing well, struggle for possession in the opposition's half, but when we do get in there with the ball, we have scored 2 of our 3 shots on target. Now, I don't know whether I want to change anything. Charlie Austin might be coming off, but I'm thinking I keep it the same for now. The intensity is very high. So injuries might happen. Patrick is going to stay on. If we're still winning about 70 minutes, I'm probably going to swap over to the vertical tiki-taka, which should hopefully close out the game. On the hour mark, nothing has happened in the second half. We're going to do a sub. We're now 64.5 minutes. Charlie Austin is coming off for Danny Ings. I want to bring off El-Yunusi for Mikel Antonio, because my plan is to put him actually as that advanced playmaker rather than a right back, because, you know, logic seemed to have actually finally caught up with me. But El-Yunusi's on a 7.6 and he's clearly one of our best players on the pitch. I think we'll just keep the Danny Ings change for now. Ward-Prowse with the free kick, first highlight of the second half, and that is whispered past the post. Whispered past the post, sure. Patrick now with a throw on for us, 70 minutes. Miguel Veloso on his debut back to Angus Gunn in the Southampton goal. All the way across to Ryan Bertrand, who has had a brilliant game according to the player ratings. Inside to Gabbiadini, back to Romeo, forward, El-Yunusi. All the way across to Patrick, who's had a great debut as well on the opposite side. Crosses in, Gabbiadini is there, and Gabbiadini's effort is inches wide of the post. It could have been 3-0. Right, we're just over 75 minutes, so we're going to go to the tiki-taka. Going to swap some people around. Miguel Veloso has picked up an injury, so he's going to have to come off. And he's going to come off for Sankere, who didn't really pass a fitness... he didn't have a fitness test, so they said that he probably shouldn't play. I'm playing him. It's fine. He's making his debut. I think that's probably all we want to do. Now, if this falls apart, I'm deleting that vertical tiki-taka formation, because that's clearly the problem. Gunn with a goal kick, or free kick, all the way across to Yannick Vestergaard, the big Dane. Plays it forward to Ryan Bertrand, who picked up a yellow card. Back to Vestergaard, back to Angus Gunn. Willie Orban as part of that back four. Long ball upfield. Danny Ings is going to run onto that. Is it going to be 3? It should be 3, and it is 3. Danny Ings with his first goal of the season. Willie Orban with an assist. Route 1 football, playing a vertical tiki-taka formation. Not sure how that worked. So it looks like we are going to beat Tottenham at least 3-0. Ben Davies has gone off injured. There is 4 minutes left to play. Patrick gets the ball on the right-hand side. This is a proper highlight. Harry Winks tackles. Ericsson now with the ball for Spurs. Forward to Harry Kane, who we've seen literally nothing of Harry Kane at all. Lamella runs inside, keeps going. Back to Harry Kane. Kane's got a player off on his left, now on his right. He goes for goal himself. It is wide off the post, and it is going to end probably 3-0. Final highlight of the game then, goal kick to Willie Orban. We are 95 minutes into the 94 that we've been allowed, so it is going to have to be all over very soon. And this is a result that I did not expect, and I am very happy with that. Look at all these milestones. I like this, by the way. This is something that I didn't point out in the last episode. So it comes up with the milestones. Patrick made his competitive debut. El-Yunusi scored his first goal. Veloso made his debut. Oriol Romeu made his 100th Southampton appearance. Sankere made his debut. Danny Ings' his first career league goal for Southampton as well. 3 points. We've got 4 points out of a possible 6 after 2 games against Manchester United and Tottenham. We are, for some reason, on ridiculous form, even though we're only 2 games in. Southampton take the spoils in ding-dong battle. A prominent member of Southampton Supporters Club has urged fans and players not to get too carried away after their remarkable 3-0 victory over Southampton over Tottenham Hotspur. No, get carried away. It doesn't happen often. Hasn't happened properly for about 3 years now. Veloso has gashed his leg, so he's out for 5 to 11 days. That's not the end of the world, because hopefully Højbjerg and Lamina will be back shortly. So after that match then, we find ourselves in 4th place. Manchester City and Watford and Brighton can possibly catch us up, but 4th place after 2 games against Tottenham and Manchester United, I will take that all day. Up next on the 25th of August, we are off to London to play West Ham. So, they're second. How are they second? Anyway, it's second versus fourth in the next match. A couple of days have passed and we've got a bit of transfer news. Fraser Forster has gone on loan to Rayo Vallecano in Spain. Annoyingly, they're paying none of his wages, but at least he's no longer sat in the reserves, just getting annoyed. Does mean, however, Alex McCarthy and Angus Gunn are our two goalkeepers. If one of them gets injured, we will have to play a child on the bench. I've just picked up a new achievement for this game. It's the one about getting a certain amount of players in Team of the Week. We've got 5 of them in there. Angus Gunn, Ryan Bertrand, Elyounoussi, Gabbiadini and Danny Ings all making Team of the Week. I do like this. This looks a lot better because now you can easily see what team they play for because it has the badge there. Another bit of transfer news. Marcus Barnes has gone on loan to Dagenham and Redbridge until the end of the season. I almost didn't do this because I thought he might be an alright backup. He's actually not very good at football. Welcome back. We have made it to the London Stadium to play West Ham. It is second place versus 5th place because Manchester City drew with Huddersfield, which meant Man City jumped above us by, I don't know, actually. I'm assuming they maybe scored more goals. I don't know. They beat Tottenham 3-0, we beat Tottenham 3-0, and they drew 1-0 and we drew 1-0. They jumped ahead of us on alphabetical order. The starting lineup we're going to go for then, we're going to be playing the same formation. We're going to start with a gegenpress formation. Angus Gunn keeps his place in goal. Patrick Orban, Vestergaard and Ryan Bertrand are the back 4, so it is the same back 4 as the last match. Romeu has dropped back to be that defensive midfielder because Miguel Veloso got himself slightly injured in the last match and he's not quite fit to play anymore, so he's been dropped. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and James Ward-Prowse will be the 2 central midfielders today. Højbjerg has returned from his injury. Elyounoussi keeps his place just behind the front 2, which today will be Danny Ings and Manolo Gabbiadini. Now, I really want to start putting some of these like Jan Valery, Kieran Freeman, Christoph Clara, even Jack Stevens, Matt Targett can also be considered youngsters, Thomas O'Connor, Michael Obafemi. I want to start getting these players involved in the first team, but I can't really justify doing it when we're playing so well at the moment, and I think if I was to do it, some of the players who currently sit on the bench might get a little bit annoyed. Are we going to get more of the same? Because West Ham seem to be playing a very similar formation to what Tottenham are playing. So it means Felipe Anderson and Yarmolenko could, if they really wanted to, have a run of the wings. Or Ryan Bertrand and Patrick, if they're playing well, could be doing the opposite for them. Or for us, I guess. I have just seen Marko Arnautovic is playing for West Ham. Now, every time I play against Marko Arnautovic, he does score, so I expect... Oh, great, this is the goal straight away, isn't it? I expect he's going to score. Great tackle from Willie Orban. Shouldn't have had to do it in the first place. We're 13 seconds in, and we've already given the ball away. We're going to see the throw-on as well. Zabaleta with a throw-on. Yarmolenko runs inside, keeps going, has a go from outside the area, hits it wide of the post 40 seconds in. West Ham have already had a chance on goal. 3 minutes 15 in, they might have a second chance. Felipe Anderson with the ball, keeps going across, tries to curl it in, doesn't get any curl on the ball and hits it well wide of the post. Corner for Wiltshire to take it towards the 6-yard box. It's cleared off the line, I think it was. Felipe Anderson has a go as well, hits it over the bar. We are not doing so well against West Ham. Another corner for Wiltshire, 14 minutes in. Diop's there, Arnautovic is there, and there was the goal that I said he was going to score. We are 1-0 down to West Ham, and something needs to change straight away, so we're already just going to go for that one. Just swap it straight up. Yarmolenko with the ball for West Ham. So far, we've not had a single highlight, all the way back to Fabianski. Kicks it upfield. Masuaka gets the ball on the left, runs forward, plenty of space. Patrick's there with him. Patrick just wasn't paying attention, goes straight round, and Felipe Anderson crosses in. Arnautovic is there. It's 2-0. It's 2 goals for Arnautovic. We are 17 minutes in. So we can beat Tottenham comfortably. We can draw with Man United, and we're going to get battered by West Ham. I don't understand this game. Highlight straight away following the goal as well. Bertrand with the ball. Forward to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse forward again to Manolo Gabbiadini, the Italian. Romeu has Bertrand, had plenty of space up there, but he didn't pass to him. Vestergaard tries to play it to Højbjerg. Balls it up. Arnautovic now, who is on a hat-trick after just 15 minutes, crosses in. Felipe Anderson's there. We're 3-0 down. What an absolute mess this is. 22 minutes in, Angus Gunn's goal kick finds Bertrand. We are getting destroyed here, and it's just going to get worse. We're going to lose like 6-0, I think. Bertrand gets the ball back. We're passing it around, and then every time... Right, this vertical tiki-taka does not work, because that's what happens. We try and pass it, we balls it up, and then West Ham get a chance. We're going back to the other one. That formation is just getting deleted. It's just not working at all. We're going to see the goal kick as well. Angus Gunn, upfield to Patrick on the right-hand side. Keeps going, plays it inside, finds Danny Ings. Back to Patrick. Patrick, get round your man. Keep going, Patrick. Keep going, Patrick. He does keep going. Whip it in, Patrick. He does whip it in. Danny Ings is there. His effort hits the post, though. Diop with a free kick for West Ham. Felipe Anderson. This is going to be 4, isn't it? Masuaka on the left keeps running. There's 4 in the box. Crosses in. Bertrand clears it, but not very well. And Yarmolenko has made it 4-0. With 30 minutes in, Vestergaard's getting subbed for Wesley Hoot. He's just playing so badly. He's going to get a fine. He's on a 5.6. Everyone is playing badly at the moment. Fabianski with a goal kick for West Ham to Zabaleta. Forward, Yarmolenko, who's one of the 3 different goal scorers. Wiltshire, Arnautovic, who still hasn't quite finished his hat-trick yet, but I'm sure he will. Felipe Anderson gets tackled. What a tackle that was from Højbjerg. Patrick forward now, finds Danny Ings on the halfway line. El Yanusi, first time we've even seen him with the ball. Bertrand on the left. Is he going to try and run round his man, or is he going to have to pass it inside? He's going to run round his man. He's done it as well. He's going to find Ings in the middle. It's gone all the way through, because Ings is actually only 4'9". Masuaka now with the counter-attack for West Ham. He's just going to run the length of the pitch, isn't he? Masuaka keeps going. He's got 2 in the box, and they are going to score, because there are 7, literally 7 Southampton players in the penalty area, and it finds one of the 2 West Ham players in there. What an absolute shambles. Half-time then, and it's 5-0. Vestergaard has made 4 mistakes. That is why he's been subbed. He's going to get fined 2 weeks. Now, right, let's go to the half-time team talk. Disappointing? No. You are awful. That is not disappointing, Mark Bowen. Awful is the word. Listen, right, do some more talking. Tactics. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players of the starting 11 are on less than a 6. How are we so bad? I've just changed the mentality from positive to cautious. I don't know whether that makes any difference whatsoever. I'm also going to probably... Ward-Prowse is going to have to come off for Sanker. I don't really want to do all my subs, but I feel like I have to. Charlie Austin for Gabbiadini as well. So all of our subs are done by half-time. So let's hope that we don't get any injuries, which I suspect we probably will. You know what I'd like? To actually have a highlight for us. I don't think we've had one for a very long time. Players are still dropping. 5.9 for Bertrand now, 5.9 for Ings and El Yanusi. Everybody is getting fined. So, what you're going to see after this match is the new feature where you can actually demand players come in for an extra training session, because they're going to. 78 minutes on the clock and the first highlight of the second half, and we have the ball somehow. Wesley Hoot with the ball as part of the back four. Højbjerg forward to Austin. Austin's pass is misplaced, and it's going to be 6-0 to West Ham, isn't it? It is not going to be 6-0 to West Ham. We've won the ball back. Wesley Hoot now, forward, tries to find Bertrand. Doesn't find Bertrand, but Bertrand intercepts the pass. Patrick, on the right-hand side, runs over the halfway line. Keeps going. Where are you going to go, though? You've gone for goal, haven't you? You've gone for goal. It's going to end up on Charlie Austin's head, and Austin has hit it wide. We've got a corner. Bertrand is the one to take it towards the 6-yard box. Willie Orban is there. It is cleared, and now West Ham are probably going to counter-attack, because every goal in this game seems to be scored via a counter-attack. Patrick, all the way back to Angus Gunn. There is 6 minutes to play. I would like 1 goal. Just a consolation goal. That's all I'm after. Angus Gunn plays it across to Wesley Hoot. Hoot needs to get it forward. Finds Bertrand just inside the West Ham half. Runs down the left. Gets tackled. And now Sanchez doesn't get the ball. El Yanusi now. Højbjerg. Højbjerg to Sanker. Sanker back to Højbjerg. All the way across. Bertrand. Acres of space for the left back. He's got 3 in the box. If he can cross it in. Takes his time. Crosses in. El Yanusi's one of them. Takes a touch. Has a go. Puts it in the back of the net. It is 5-1. So, we've got 6.5 minutes of normal time to play, or 5.5 minutes of normal time to play. Can we get 4 more goals? Probably not. We've got a corner in the final seconds of the game. I don't think anything's going to come of it, and it is going to end 5-1 to West Ham at the London Stadium. It's going to end 6-1 to West Ham at the London Stadium, because Felipe Anderson is 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he cannot miss from there. And what a shocking shower of shit. So, if you actually look at the match stats, we were okay. We just did not score. West Ham, look at this. Their worst rating was a 7.4. I think you could probably add up some of ours and we still wouldn't even hit that value. I think West Ham just played ridiculous. I think it's just one of those games where everyone on the West Ham team seems to just play well. I'm going to fine Patrick, Vestergaard, Ward-Prowse, Gabbiadini. I can't find Ings. I might even fine Orban, because Orban got to 6.2 as well. Maybe even Højbjerg. Lots of people are going to get fined. Now, here's the new feature that you can do. Aggressively, that performance has shown me that there is much work to be done. Therefore, we are training hard tomorrow. Basically, that will add an additional training session tomorrow evening. 6-1. 6-1 has meant we've dropped down to 12th, from 5th to 12th. Yes, we're only 3 games in. West Ham are top of the table. How many have they conceded? They've conceded 2 goals. They've beaten Manchester United. Oh, really? Something's not right. I can beat big teams and lose to small ones. West Ham are arguably not really a small team. But anyway, I'm going to start fining some players. Patrick, 1 week fine. James Ward-Prowse, 2 weeks fine. Gabbiadini is going to get a 1 week fine. And Yannick Vestergaard is also going to get a 2 week fine. And now let's click continue and see how many players are actually annoyed with that. Patrick accepts his fine. Good. Ward-Prowse feels his fine was unfair. Okay, he's now developing concerns. Gabbiadini feels his fine was unfair. And Vestergaard accepted it. Right, Ward-Prowse, shut your mouth, you were crap. So the 3-0 victory against Tottenham, obviously very good, real good. Probably the best result I've ever had on Football Manager 19. And then the 6-1 defeat against West Ham. Probably the worst result I've ever had on Football Manager 19. So, tomorrow, if I can get round to recording it in time, is going to be Brighton and Everton, I think is what we're going to go for. So we're going to go for the end of September. In between then, I'm going to play another Brighton game in the Carabao Cup, Huddersfield and Wolves. And we'll be back for the Brighton and Everton games. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with Southampton. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow for the Brighton and Everton games.